Hello guys, welcome back to another session of Docker. In this one we will learn Docker stack. In our last session we are done with Docker Swarm. In Docker Swarm we have seen we can create services, we can scale the services container, we can update that one, we can roll back, and we can remove the service also. Once you remove the service, all container will be deleted. So in this session we will see Docker stack. Now what is Docker stack? Docker stack is nothing but it is a collection of Docker service. Docker stack is nothing but the collection of Docker service. How will you create Docker service? When you are creating the cluster, inside cluster only you can create the service. For single node you cannot do it. You can do it in single node, but you have to initialize the Docker Swarm. Without initialization Docker Swarm cluster you cannot do it. Okay, so service, yeah, it means you need to have a cluster. So we will pick the same cluster that what we have done in our last session. Okay, so start these instances first. Let's get started. It will take some time to start. Okay, meanwhile I will just open my AWS PAM key file directory, and here we have we'll take three terminal. This one will be manager, this one will be worker 1, and this is worker 2. For that one we will connect. Okay, so the second step, what we have to do now, we have to connect with the manager first. Okay, let's see whether manager is running successfully. Yes, it's running successfully. So copy the IP address and paste it here, and we have to initialize again we have to initialize. Why? Because we shut down our system. We have to create the cluster again. Okay, so fine, prune, I'm not executing, it will remove everything and it will download again. It will take time, so I don't want to do that one. Fine. Okay, if you want to initialize, you have to advertise this IP address. Yes, it is same, I think I pasted here also. Okay, it will advertise, but before to that one I have to destroy the previous cluster. Okay, so what I will do, first I will connect it, copy, paste, type yes, and yes, clear it. So this is manager. I have to destroy the Docker Swarm cluster that is created in our last session. I have to do that one. How can I do? Docker Swarm SWARM, Docker Swarm leave, LEAVE, leave forcefully. See, force, what happened? Docker SWARM, Docker Swarm leave. Yes, left. Fine. So, and how many containers are there? Docker PS, there is no container is running. Okay, fine. Now connect to your worker node. Copy the IP address of worker node 1. This is the IP address of worker node 1. Copy this and paste it here. Simple. And just connect. Okay, this one yes, it is connected. And this node has already joined. In the last session this node has joined the cluster. I have to remove from that cluster. So docker docker swarm LEAVE, leaf. That's it, left. fine. Similarly for worker 2, this is manager, there is no container. Docker docker ps, there is no container. Okay, now check for the other node also, worker node 3. Copy the IP address, paste that IP address here and connect. Every time IP address is giving different. Okay, type yes and clear it. That's it, it's connected. And you see here you have to remove this node also from the cluster. So docker swarm leave, that's it, left, and docker ps, that's it. Fine, clear it. Now I have to initialize the cluster. Okay, so the cluster initialization is happening on manager. So cluster is initialized, and if you see docker node ls, there is no node, only this manager node itself is registered with this cluster, no other node is registered. So you register, go and register, copy this command and paste it here. So this node has joined, you see now 2 are there. Join this node also, yes, this node is also joined, you see 3 nodes are there. Okay, now cluster is ready, our cluster is ready, fine. Next, so cluster we have joined. Now so since you know what is docker stack, if you see the definition of docker stack is nothing but the collection of docker service. Simple, more than one services will be there, and the services will be written in docker compose.yaml file. Docker compose we have seen, this is the stack is nothing but docker service plus docker compose. Docker stack is equals to docker service plus docker compose. In docker compose we can define our services, and this is called stack. And docker stack creates multiple container for multiple image across the cluster. Also multiple images, from multiple images you can create multiple container, from single you can create, from multiple you can create, however you want you can do it. Okay, that is nothing but the docker stack here, simplified approach. Just if you see in docker swarm, you have to write this big command to create a service, docker service create, like that. And suppose if you have to create 100 services, it is very difficult to create. If you want to manage those, very difficult. For that one docker stack is introduced. You can simplify that work using docker stack. Instead of creating the services manually, you can write the services in docker compose.yaml file. It is similar to docker compose, the same structure it will use. So what I will do, I will just simply copy this content. I will create the file first. Yeah, so copy the content and paste in your docker compose file. That's it, simple. Indentation you have to do again. Okay, do it. Version, give one. Version is 3.0. Service, this is the service name. What is the image of service? Port of the service 5050 you can map. Okay, next is volume of this one. This is the volume. Okay, deploy means how many containers you want. You can tell at the beginning itself, 5 I want. What is the okay, this is one image. Another service I'm creating 2 services here. In the services it's a repeated, so 2 services I am creating. One I am creating from other one, and one I am creating from other image. I will show you how it is working. We'll see. deploy this. For this one, for this image I want only 3 container, that's it. I want 3 containers. And volume, this is the volume, that's it. My log volume only, that's it. One volume, that's it. This is only the your docker compose file. This is only your docker compose file. Okay, fine. So from here you can easily understand what is the meaning of each element. Version, it will define 3.3, that is okay. Services, in these services you can create n number of services. One service, that name is my web app service. From the my web app application you are doing. Another one I am creating from my Tomcat service. I am creating the service my Tomcat service, that I am taking from Tomcat 8.0.8.5.5. If you open our Docker Hub repository, I will show you. We have 2 repositories, one for my web apps and another is my Tomcat. Let's see, I will show you. Yes, you can see we have a 2 images. One is my web app, another one is a Tomcat. Tech Hub, Tomcat. Tech Hub, my web app. So we are creating container from this image and this image. 2 images we are creating here. Okay, so that's why one image name I am giving my web app service and another one is my Tomcat service. Image is this is our image, this is the version, and this is the image 1.0, and this is the port mapping I am doing. 5050 8080 to 8080 I am mapping a port. That's it. Replica 3 containers I want, simple. And here 5 containers for this one I want. Okay, so very straightforward and simple, very straightforward and simple. Okay, where is this I think it is in docker composer file. Okay, copy this file and bring it to your AWS so that we can push it. We have to store this file in your manager node so that you can create the service. Okay, fine. So how will you do it? Simply just you have to use this command. This is the IP address of that machine. So in this one you have to store it. Okay, that's it. Copy this. Currently if you see in your I think it is disconnected, connect it. Okay, clear it. You can if it is disconnected, worker 1 or worker 2, no issue, because we are not doing any operation in this one. The operations we are doing from manager, just to show only to show you I have just created this connection only so that you can observe. But currently I think you very well know what is the concept behind it. You are joining worker 1 and worker 2. Then in the worker 1 and worker 2 hardly you are checking how many containers are running, that's it. So that concept you no need to do that. You can simply you can close it if you want, not required. Okay, next you have to pull that you have to store this file, docker compose.yaml file. So docker compose.yaml file is where now it is stored at your manager node. Yes, it's there. This command we are using to store the file. SCP, copy source file, you copy this. Which file? This file, docker compose.yaml file. I want to copy to this computer at this location. So what is your current location? If you see here, current location is home Ubuntu. Under this one docker compose is there, docker compose.yaml file is there, because we have stored this file. Okay, now once this file is stored, you can simply deploy it. That's it. Very simple, you can deploy it. What is the command that you have to use? Docker stack deploy compose file, then file name. It is not recommend, it is recommended to give the docker compose.yaml file, but if you give any other name, my compose.yaml will work. It will work. My docker compose yaml, my.yaml, any name if you give, that name you have to specify here, it will work. But it is recommended you should use that docker compose.yaml always. Okay, and then you give the stack name. So you can create the stack. Very simple, just create the stack. and observe. Copy it and come here, paste it. What happened? Stack deploy line did not find expected key. Which key? Which key? Docker stack deploy docker compose file docker compose.yaml. Okay, yml. It's correct only. Yml only. Did not find expected key. What happened? Some problem is there in this file. Let's see. I think this one. Okay, it is okay. That is okay. No, I think it is correct only. It is correct only. Let's update this file once. Okay, file is updated. No, line 1 YAML line 1 did not find the expected key. Which expected key is not found? Okay, are we missing something? No, it is okay. If you see docker ps docker node ls, so these 3 nodes are there active. Clear it, it's fine. And if you want to deploy this one, you can do it. YML is okay. YML is okay. Okay. I think close it. Think this update, whatever you have done, you have not done in this file. Open with other application. Which application? Visual Studio. Okay. What key? What is not expected? So same only, correct only. Okay. It's correct only. Is it missing something? At what line it is missing? Let's update this file once. Okay, files are updated. No. YAML. Okay, what it is suggesting? YML docker compose YML. Okay, docker stack deploy compose file name YML my stack, same only. My stack compose only. Copy this, paste it. Not find the expected key. Okay, what could be the reason? Line 1, at line 1 error is there. Here. Okay, I think service will be coming here only. Okay, fine. Service is not inside version. Service is separate tag actually. So image, port. Okay, fine. Then volume. Okay, volume. Then deploy. Then replica. Okay, this is another image, so it should be here. This is image name. This is the port. Okay, this is the port, and this is the deployment replicas. That's it. If you want to give the space between the these two, you can give it, so that clearly you will understand. This is the specification for one service. This is the specification for another service. Okay, yeah, I hope it should work now. Let's try again. Pushing this image. Push this image again. Okay, done. Now try again. Okay, now it's creating. because of this YAML was not correct. This type of error you will get mostly when your YAML is not correct. Okay, so you have to be very careful while writing this YAML file. Okay, because this is working on indentation. One indentation is, if you are giving more and less, will not work. Fine. So now you see there is a stack is created. How can you see how many stacks are there? Docker stack ls, list the stack. How many stacks are there? One stack is there. What is the name of that stack? My stack is the name of the stack. How many services are there in that stack? 2 services are there in that stack. Okay, fine. Next, if you want to get the process status of the stack, you can get that one. In this stack, how many containers are running? You see, so total how many containers are there? 8 containers. 5 containers of my web app. You see, these are the 5 containers of my web app, and 3 containers of Tomcat. Total 8 containers are there. That's what you have specified here. If you see your YAML file, so how many containers you are telling? Replica 5. You are telling I want 5 container of my web app and 3 containers of Tomcat, and this is the port mapping. That's it. This is the name of image. Port mapping, name of image, volume also you can define, and deployment, how many replicas you want. Across the cluster it will be. Okay, so total are 8, and 3 of Tomcat and 5 of web app. Tomcats are running, one Tomcat is running on manager, one web app is running on manager, 3 web apps is running on worker 1, 2, 3, and 3 are running on worker 2. Okay, that's it. So total are 8. Across the cluster it is running. So how can you access that? Simple. How you are accessing the services? Load balancing, same concept. Just what you have done, you just have to execute this command. That's it. Docker stack deploy this file name, YAML file name, that's it, and give the stack name. That's it. This one command is doing this much. In this YAML file you can define hundreds services, thousands container you can define. You no need to write lot of code in the terminal. You can centralize all those tasks in YAML file, and that YAML file you can execute using Docker stack deploy command. Okay, try to access. How will you access? Very simple. Copy the worker node 1 IP address. Okay, so in this worker, now you see in this worker 2 applications are running. One is running on 5050, one is running on 5050. Okay, load balancing and that concept is same. I'm not showing you that load balancing whether it is doing or not, but yeah, definitely this load balance is happening. Okay, next, the next application is running on 8080 port, port. What is that application? That is nothing but one Apache Tomcat. In this Apache Tomcat I have deployed one application. How you will access that application? Sample, SAMPLE, sample web app. That's it. Just sample. Welcome to sample app. That's it. This is a Java sample app for web. That's it. No other functionality. Okay. So from here you can see the load balancing is also happening. You see, you refresh it, you will see. You have to test it. Load balancing, everything is happening. Everything will happen. Load balancing and all. See, load balancing happening. Before the IP address was 10.0.1.12, I think. Now it is changed. Okay, try once more. It will update or not. You can try it. The same other concept of services. How will you scale it? How will you scale down? All are same. Load balancing, everything is same. Just the extra what we achieved here. The extra we have achieved that. See, it is fulfilling the request from other container now. Okay, similarly if you want to access from node 2, you can do that also. It's up to your choice which one you want to use. 5050 it will work, 8080 also it will work, 8080 also it will work. That's it. Okay, yeah, you can access the application also. Sample web app, that's it. Okay, fine. If you want to access that load balancing, whether it is happening or not, you can check it. Yes, see, before it was 30 IP address, now it is changed. So load balancing is there, load balancing and everything is there. You see here, I think it will update here. Let's see. Just see, update. So load balancing is happening, application is working very much fine. You see, it's working fine. So like that you can create the stack. This is the use of stack. You can define the services in your YAML file, and that YAML file you can execute using Docker stack. Fine. You can see how many stacks are there. You can see how many processes are there in that stack. Currently you see how many processes are there in that stack. How many processes? Oh, it's disconnected. Connect it. Clear it and paste it. How many are there? Total 8 processes are there in this stack. 3 of Tomcat, 5 of, you can do replica also if you want to do. Suppose if you want to scale that Tomcat, how can you do it? How can you do it? It's very simple, very simple. Can you tell me how will you do it? Docker service, servicecale, scale, the name of service. What is the name of service? The name of service, I want to scale my Tomcat service. Copy it, copy that, paste it here and give here some 6. It means what happened? My Tomcat service not found. Why? Service is not there. Error from daemon service, my Tomcat service not found. doc docker servic service ls. How many services are there? Yes, services are there. Okay. The service name is, they are giving something like that. My stack. What is my stack? The stack name. Stack name underscore your service name. They are giving the naming like that, because this service is created from stack. So that's why they are renaming the service. Renaming is nothing but they are just adding the stack name and underscore before to the service name. That's it. What is the stack name? What is our stack name? Our stack name is see, docker stack stack ls. What is the name of stack? Docker stack. So what is the name of stack? My stack is the name of stack. So how they are giving the service name? My stack underscore whatever the name you are giving in your YAML file. Okay, so now you can scale it up. Very easily. Where is that scale command? Okay, this one. Copy the Tomcat name from here and delete it. You have to scale it. I want, how many total are there? 3 are there. I want 6. 3 more it will create. See, it will create. That's it. Very simple. You can use this concept is same that we have done in our last session. Scaling the service, scaling down the service, everything is same. Stack ls. Okay, no. Stack ps. Okay, so total these are newly created for Tomcat. If you want to scale down, you can do it. How will you do? Suppose I want only one, it will shut down all. We will keep one only, all it will shut down. Okay, and now you see the process status. How many are there for Tomcat? Clear it. Okay, there is one only. One Tomcat, and remaining 5 are my web app. That's it. You can do scale up, scale down. Similarly, how can you do for service? Okay, next service, Docker stack service In the stack service, how many services are there in this stack? Copy it and see, paste here. 2 services are there in this stack. Docker stack services, and give the stack name. In this stack, how many services are there? These 2 services are there. Okay, that's it. If you directly use docker, docker stack docker service ls, service service ls, what does it mean? Currently there is only one stack, so definitely in that stack how many services are there, it will list. So 2 is coming. But suppose there is more than one stack. If there is more than one stack, then definitely in each stack at least one service will be there, so it will list all, but I want how many services are there in my stack. So in that case you have to use this command. Okay, you can understand these very simple commands, like they are giving very clearly how can you use those commands. That's it. Okay, if you want to remove the stack, you can remove it. If you remove the stack, what will happen? All container will be removed, everything will be removed. There is no container, nothing. You cannot access now applications because all are down. You have removed your stack itself. Okay, you can create this stack again. How can you create? Simple, docker stack deploy, the same command, docker stack deploy you can use. That's it. So like that you can use you can use the stack. That's it. This one I think we have seen in our last session. If you want to get the worker token to join, you can get. If you want to make other node as a manager also, so you have to request for manager token and you can join as a manager. Okay, more than one manager will be there. Okay, so this is all about the docker. With this we have completed our docker. That's it. Docker service, stack services, it will list the services. Restart and network mode. See, one important thing that you have to see here, you cannot give your custom network, similar to how we have seen in the composer. You cannot give your custom network. In this one also you cannot give. If you give your network mode, it will ignore that one. Okay, yes, restart policy it will follow always. If you give any other restart policy, it will not follow, it will skip that one, because the best approach whatever is there, it is following. Okay, fine, that's it. And by default only one container. Suppose if you see in your replica set, you are not giving this deployment, then how many containers will be created? One container by default it will create, if you don't specify deploy and replicas. Okay, that's it. Fine. Okay, this is to join, and there can be more than one manager node also be manager or swarm cluster. If due to some reason, if any one manager node failed, then other will be used. Yeah, that is very important. There should be more than one manager. That's why if one manager is down, the service is down, the node is down, then how will you manage? Okay, in that case you should have multiple manager. Okay, you can do it. Just simply you have to ask for manager token. It will give the token, and that command you have to execute in your node, so that now that node will be treated as a manager. That will be created your manager. That's it. Okay, with this one we have completed our docker. Okay, so I hope you like this session. Please subscribe my channel, and please do your financial support also. Yes, that is important. Please do your financial support here. You can, whatever amount you want, you feel this content is very useful, please do it, so that we can also deliver you the best content. Okay, and in the next session we will start Kubernetes, because Kubernetes is 99% is used for orchestration. No one is using Swagger Docker Swarm as an orchestration tool. You can use, but in Kubernetes so many other advantages are there. Okay, that's it. And keep always in mind, you please shut down your nodes on AWS. Stop them, otherwise it will start building. Okay, so whenever you are practicing, you practice. Whenever your practice is done, you should stop them, so that it will not generate the bills, because if it will run for long time, it will start billing. Okay, yeah, that's it. I think it is stopping. Let's refresh the page and see. Okay, I think, yeah, it stopped. Almost it stopped. Still stopping, but it will stop. It will be stopped. Let's refresh once again. Others you can close other tabs. Okay, stopped. Instances are stopped. That's it. Close this browser. Now in the next session we will start Kubernetes. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day. We'll see you in the next session.